This video is brought to you by the lovely sponsors below. Thank you so much for your support.
You're still awake at this hour?
I can say the same about you.
Night isn't very kind to me. Sleep doesn't come easy these days.
Yeah, I get that. It's good to see that you finally left your room, though. We've all been really worried about you, you know? Have you eaten anything? I know Mashu left dinner by your door earlier.
I haven't. I don't have much of an appetite.
I see. Well, I can't understand why you really should try to eat something. If for anything else, Mashu has been bringing you food every day.
I'll try to. For Mashu.
That's probably as good as I'm gonna get at this point.
Hey, Musaki?
Yeah? What is it?
How did you do it?
What exactly?
How did you go back in time?
And what would you do with that information if I told you?
I'd go back, of course. Back to before we got invaded. Before we had to say goodbye. Prevent our servants from being taken away in the first place.
Nina, I can't.
Why not?
I'm sorry.
Can you at least tell me why? That's all I'm asking. I can't just sit here and do nothing. Please, I'm begging you here. I want to see him again. Is that so wrong? You should understand more than anyone, you know? You've lost your servant before. You've lost her twice now, and I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. All I can think about is the talk we had before. Your words keep playing in the back of my mind. I can't get it out of my head. You're right. Losing your servant, it's the worst feeling in the world. And I know at some point we would have had to say goodbye. I know that. It was never a permanent agreement. But we didn't get that choice. We didn't get to say goodbye on our own terms. It was taken from us, and now Edmund and Okita are gone. That's why I can't accept this. This is the timeline that I am from. And if this is the outcome of it, I want to do anything in my power to prevent it.
It's not that easy, Nina.
What do you mean?
When I went back in time, I took a large risk. Messing with time has consequences. And if you're not careful, you could be killed or worse, destroy the very flow of time itself. That aside, it was a one-way trip. And a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The Sherlock of my time used his noble phantasm back when we were in Chaldea still. And it took him weeks. The method we found to send me back can't be replicated. Even if I wanted to tell you how, I can't even begin to remember how he did it, and I'm sorry.
I see. I never did tell you the reason why I wanted to summon him in particular, did I? It was strange to you, wasn't it? Wanting to summon someone whose intention was to kill us at the beginning? Even if, in the grand scheme of things, he was just being used too. It was because he accepted me for who I was. I've never had confidence in my own abilities when it came to magecraft. You've seen my file, so you know I'm as basic as they come. When I first came to Chaldea, before the incineration of humanity occurred, I was looked at as nothing more than a tool in the eyes of the stronger mages.
Nina.
My low confidence is something I've always fought with, that I'm still fighting with. I've always stood by as people grew stronger, and they inevitably left me behind, and I just felt like I stayed stagnant. But during that time, those 7 days, Edmund acknowledged my strength. Not because of my aptitude as a master, but for me, as a person. You have no idea how much that meant to me, who has only ever been looked down on and always talked down to for not being good enough in anything she tried. And when we learned who he was, knowing his story, the terrible things he was put through, I had to. No, I wanted to see him again. I was able to some extent see the person underneath that thirst for revenge. I didn't want to change him or anything. I loved him for who he was. I could never thank him enough for everything he's done for me as my servant, and now I feel like I'll never get the chance to. So time travel was the only thing I could think of. I just want to see him again, Musaki.
I know. I definitely know how you feel. And you will see him again, I promise. Just do your best and take it one step at a time. I'll be there for you, Nina. Just like you were there for me.
I'm so sorry. I feel so empty without him. Like something is missing. I can't forgive the people responsible for this, Musaki. Not that priest, or that horrible woman who tortured me. The wounds still haven't completely healed.
I don't expect you to. Not after everything we've been through.
I won't stop until all of them pay for what they did. For our home, for Da Vinci, and for our servants. I can't let them get away with this.
We're gonna have to keep an extra eye on her. But I can't say I blame her. Come back soon, okay?